Hi, we're back here at the kiln, and let's take a look and see what's going on inside.
Right here.
We need one of those things that you can punch through metal with. That's what we need.
Yeah, I know.
Cut them and punch them.
Could somebody describe what's going on here?
Well, we're looking for pieces to put in the right spots throughout the kiln. We're in the middle section of the kiln. So we got several people loading pieces in and wadding them. The wadding is right here. So nothing sticks together, so we don't have sculpture. So we don't have one entire piece coming out of the kiln. So Steve's piece doesn't marry to mine.
Yeah, like you whack your hand on something.
So is there a science to actually the stack?
Okay, thank you. And now back to Bruce.
Because, I had a soda kit and I wanted to get...
Thanks, Megan. I'm here with Kathy Radcliffe, a student here at Montevallo. Now, Kathy, you told me earlier that this is your second time, or this will be your second time to have fired here in the kiln. Can you tell us a little bit about the artwork that you've prepared?
Well, the artwork that I prepared for these kilns are just some small vase type forms, and some of them I put texture on to catch different effects that the kiln will give.
Now, I know that the placement in the kiln has a lot to do with the final outcome of the piece. It's just like in real estate. They say location, location, location. So are you trying to place yours more in the front or more towards the back? Because I know that that has a big impact on how it looks when it comes out.
Well, a couple of my pieces are going to be towards the front in the firebox where they will get more ash effects. And then I have a few of them that are going to be more towards the back, towards the side door. And those will have more flame flash than ash effects.
Okay. And about how many pieces do you have going in the kiln this year?
I have probably around 10 pieces, not too many.
Okay. And when we were talking before, you said that you have actually fired pieces in other kilns across in even different states. So how does the experience here compare with the other kilns that you've gone to fire some pieces of your work at?
Well, all the experiences have been wonderful. With the other kilns, I wasn't quite as involved as I am here. Here, I've gotten to go through the entire process, and whereas there, it was more of just learning what to do.
Okay, well, Kathy, thank you so much. And now we want to give you a look at the history of the kiln. The pieces that come in, when they come out, they've made their mark on Montevallo's history. So now we want to show you a little bit about the history of our own Anagama kiln.
Whenever I answer, the question, why did I build it, you have the sensation of wanting to say, 10 different things at once, because there are a lot of different reasons, rationale for getting involved with this. There were obviously days where I asked myself the same question when it's really, really hot and stuff is sticking to you, and these bricks are about 40 to 50 pounds a piece, and which isn't terrible except when you lift say 800 of them or something, and the availability of the materials. Area industry was unbelievable to us. The site was given to us by the university, who had no plans for it and who supported the project. The richer reason, I think, is that we are located not in a city, not next to an enormous metropolis. There is maybe no reason other than the artists that live and work here for other artists to come here. And so for me, it became kind of a build it and they will come aspiration. Obviously, the Field of Dreams, also my colleague Peter Callis, who taught me a lot about wood firing, said that a long time ago. He built the first one in North America. And so if you have something rare like this, a rare tool, the aspiration is that artists will come and try to experience it and try to mold their work to suit what this kiln does, and that possibly a community will evolve where people are mutually influenced. Artists with hugely different aesthetics, goals for themselves. Sculptors, potters, a kind of a cross-section of what's going on in the field, are coming here now and working with us, working with me and my students. They're professionals, they're students from other places, and so it's a real rich mix of ideas, which would not be happening if it wasn't for a central place to gather, a reason to gather. The kiln is a catalyst then for what we're thinking about, what we're trying to do.
Hi, I'm here with Serena Stanford. Serena, could you tell me a little bit about your piece?
This is a small bowl that I've done of something I've been working on. I haven't worked on clay in 2 years, so sort of building up my throwing skills a little bit. So I just worked with the surface of the clay, scratched it up a little bit, put some stains on it, and it's going to go in the firebox here. Well, hopefully it'll get some of that nice ash on it, and who knows what I'll get. So I'm excited to see what kind of effects I'll get from it. So it's just a small little experiment, I guess. Okay.
I wanted to tell you those things. I'm going to fire those things, whatever you want, that didn't get into the thing. We can put some in the exit flue. It'll be fine.
Thank you, Serena. And now back to Tamika.
Well, thank you, Megan. Now, make sure you tune in to the next shows next Tuesday and the next 2 Saturdays, and email any questions to kilncast@montevallo.edu. Now, let's visit one of the artists at his studios.
My name's Tony Wright. We're here in my studio in Mobile, Alabama at the University of South Alabama, and I'm preparing to go to the Anagama firing as it's April now, so we're looking forward for May. These sorts of tight, fussy vessel forms, a little more whimsical teapots are the things that I'm best known for. A distinct possibility is that I might be in the kiln. And you go, what does that mean? Well, let me show you over here. This is a piece I've been working on. It's my self-portrait, if you can imagine. My hair pulled back with sideburns. So I'm going to try to get this guy done and see what the kiln does to my own image personally. So hopefully that's going to happen. I have my favorite spots. And I think we all have. Those of us that have been participating for several firings, we kind of know where our own personal sweet spots are. For me, I like loading sort of in the middle of the kiln, up higher, you know, right across from where the door is. That's where most of these bigger pieces have been. And for me, you know, being more of a control freak, I like the more what I call flashy blushy, rather than, you know, really crusty, drippy. And I've done really well there, especially with the big head here. He was in my own personal sweet spot, and you can actually see evidence of what happened. You know, this is essentially the direction that the flame and the ash was running by it. So we collected a lot of ash here, and the nice thing here is we get also the blushes of the flame wrapping around the piece. Also, it's pretty interesting here. You can see a silhouette of what was probably a form that was sitting in front of this. So the fly ash and the flame are whipping around those forms, collecting more thickly there and getting deflected there.
Thank you. Please be sure to email any questions or comments to kilncast@montevallo.edu. Now we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.